Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come. It's finally happened. They've come to their senses. They've decided enough is enough. They've realised that he's a very good manager. The USA have finally sacked Greg Berhalter. I mean, amazing news for anyone who follows American football or anyone who follows the US national team. God, he was terrible. I remember the game. I watched the game against Jamaica and they barely drew against Jamaica and then won in the extra time. And after the Copa America, they had to do something, didn't they? They could not keep him on any longer because the way it is at the moment is they're sharing a World Cup in 2 years, just 2 short years. There's enough time now to turn things around. They've got great world class players that are, world class is a bit, maybe I'm going a bit too far, but they've got some really good players and they're just not playing to their potential. And it's got to be that manager. That manager was awful. Like, I wouldn't want him managing my team. And the fact that they had to put up with him, and the fact that he was only hired because his brother's on the hiring committee, and it was a gutless, cowardly appointment because I think they just wanted to hire better the devil you know than the devil you don't. They probably passed on so many good managers that I interviewed for that job and gave it to him. And I mean, I've been doing my MLS watch along, my first ever season watching American football with Portland Timbers. I've been having loads of fun. I've been getting into the US national team, and they're just poor. They're just bad, and it's got to be down to the manager because he just doesn't seem like he cares. I mean, they had that whole thing not long ago, where he had that little scandal thing because Gio Reyna's parents were coming after him because he wasn't getting enough game time, so they tried to basically destroy his career, which was stupid. But like he shouldn't be a national manager. I don't know what team is gonna hire him, and if they do, they're stupid. You honestly can't hire him. No one else can hire that man. I'm sure Americans across the world are rejoicing the fact that he's been sacked because he was a terrible manager. He had his favourites, he picked his favourites, he refused to change, and it's caught up. I mean, the Copa America, the first game, decent performance. Second game, get a sending off. It's still against a team that are worse than you, and he still couldn't get it together and find some way of getting a result, which ultimately knocked them out. I mean, the Uruguay game, that was really dodgy. The fact that the ref was in the middle of giving a yellow card and they took a quick free kick and he just let it happen. If he's in the middle of discipline, it should have been stopped immediately. So it was a bit harsh on them, but they just weren't good enough. And they need to be better, because if you're hosting a World Cup in 2 years, you need to be better. And Greg Berhalter isn't the answer. They've got to go away, they've got to look, they've got a while now, because they don't have to qualify for the World Cup, so they can look at a manager, they can arrange friendlies, they can play, they can bring in loads of different players and play different formations, different styles of tactics, different players, and they can really narrow down something that works, and they don't have to rush to appoint a manager. I hope they take their time, but I mean, they hired Greg Berhalter in the first place, so I'm a bit worried about where things are going to go, but they really need to have a proper think now, because I can't believe he's been sacked. It's just mad. It was mad why he was hired in the first place, and it's taken this long to get rid of him. But yeah, I'm sure fans of the US national team everywhere are happy with this. And if I was a US national team and I supported them, I would be happy too. But yeah, just thought I'd jump on, quick video, just comment on it. Because it's a big thing now, it's a 2-year rebuild to get ready for that World Cup, and they need to do it because they've got some good players, and if they play with proper potential, then I think they'll be okay and they won't embarrass themselves. But depends who they appoint as manager now, I guess, isn't it? Like, who's the favourite? If you're a fan of the US national team, who would you hire? Like, what manager would you look at and go, yeah, I want him as the national coach? But yeah, just give me your opinion. Anyway, quick video. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.